Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a foundation review. So I'm going to review the Lakme 9 to 5 Natural Bi-Phased Foundation Drops. I bought this off Nykaa and this was somewhere around 450 to 500, and I think currently it is on sale. So I'll leave those information in the description box for you to check if you want to know more details about where you can find it, how much it is currently, and all that great sorts. So first, to start off with, this is how the packaging of the foundation is. It is a frosted glass packaging. It has this printed Lakme 9 to 5 Natural Bi-Phased written over here, and it is infused with aloe vera and green tea extracts. This is in the shade Natural Almond. So this is a glass frosted kind of a packaging, so it is not great for travel, but at the same time I don't think this is that hard to travel with. I mean, it's so compact and so tiny that you can just throw it and shuffle it in a bag, and you should not worry much about this. At the same time, because it is an oil based foundation, they have put a stopper inside this pack, this lid, which is a really great thought put in. Because it is oil based, it might get all spilled out and all that sorts, so they have put a thought on putting a holder in the cap for the oil not to spill, which is, I think, really amazing. So yeah, so first I'll show you how I apply this product and what products I use underneath and all that sorts, and then I'll give you my honest review on this. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the formula of this product is actually like an oil. It is not a thick or a liquid kind of a formula. It is literally like oil, and it blends right into your skin. So as you can see, this is not a great match for my skin tone. I prefer my foundations to match to my neck, and this is pretty dark, and I do feel that it has a pink tone to it. So as you can see, this is not quite a good match for me. Because these are oil drops, I'm going to use a primer. The primer I'm using is a mattifying primer. This is the Color Bar Match Perfect primer. I always like to use a primer underneath this, because as this is quite oily, this might make your skin a little bit more oily, and you know, oil residues can possibly come out of your T-zone or the oil pores. So I prefer applying this primer all over my skin, just to get rid of any oils that are generated on my skin already. I'm just going to take few drops on the back of my hand, and I prefer using a brush. This is a Real Techniques buffer brush. I stamp the product onto this brush and apply it directly on my skin. I sometimes take the product, apply it on my skin like that, and blend it that way as well. But most of the time I kind of like to take the product on the brush and then use circular motions, and on the creases of my nose and my mouth I like to buff and smoothly apply the product in. So I took around 3 to 4 drops of the product, and as you can see, I could kind of cover half side of my face pretty well. And as you can see, the coverage is medium coverage. It is not full coverage. You can shear the coverage as well, so it is more likely to be a light coverage to a medium coverage. If you want, you can build the product, but this is how I like to apply this foundation. So I'm taking another 3 pumps of product and stamp it right on the side of my face, on the forehead. I'm applying this on my neck because this is not a good color match to me, and this is the darkest shade that this foundation launches in. So the shade range is not amazing. If you are darker to me, this will definitely be very light, but the product itself is really good. I hope they launch few more shades in this product, because I really like how this looks. For the concealer underneath my eyes, I'm first going to color correct. I'm taking my trusty LA Girl Pro Concealer This is the orange shade corrector. And then I'm going to use Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and I'm in the shade C10. This is not an actual great match for me. This is a little cool tone, but I like this concealer a lot. I still have to find my color in this, so yeah. I'm just going to apply it right underneath my eyes and on my eyelids, just to even out the skin color. That's how my skin looks once I blend out everything. I'm just going to use a yellow corrector just to brighten underneath my eyes. This is the Elegal Pro Concealer and this is in the shade yellow. I'm just going to take just a little bit underneath my eyes just to color correct, just to give that brightness. And then I'm going to set underneath my eyes using the Makeup Revolution's banana powder. So I'm checking it on Nykaa and this is currently for 40% off. This is currently for 300 rupees. The original MRP is 500. The shade range is really bad. I mean, it's a thumbs down from my end. This has only 4 shades available, and that is where I bought the darkest shade, which is Natural Almond 04. That's the darkest shade available in this. So the shade range is a complete no for me, but at the same time, if you are someone who can get a match on this foundation, it is reasonable, pretty nice coverage. I mean, it gives you a really good coverage, but at the same time you can mix this in other foundations. If you have some darker foundations, you can mix this to make it a little dewy and to give this natural effect. So I'd like to read the description, what it says exactly. So it is aloe infused bi-phased foundation. Lakme Naturale presents the first of its kind bi-phase foundation infused with aloe vera green tea extract. It helps fight city pollution while giving you natural dewy finish. It does give me naturally dewy finish. It is natural on the skin. It is not high or heavy coverage. It's not even thick, kind of a bloppy kind of a formula. It's really lightweight. It blends out really easily. I can literally blend this with my fingers, but I prefer using a brush. So this has 4 shades, which is really bad. Choose from 4 unique shades or to create a flawless city bright look that appears untouched by city pollution. It says 4 unique shades, but this is a no. I mean, I made it work, but this is not a unique shade for me. This is not a perfect shade for me as well. And it says it's lightweight, fluid texture, provides buildable coverage with each additional drop. Antioxidants and SPF 30 PA++ helps protect you from the city pollution. So this claims to be something that gives you protection from the pollution in the city. I have used this to office and I travel like 2 hours to reach my office every day. And I see that this definitely lasts and definitely controls the pollutions and all that gunk forming on my face. It definitely does that. And on plus side, it has SPF of 30, which is amazing because you can definitely skip using your SPF and directly use this on the skin. So overall, the shade range is not that great, guys, but I could say that this really blends amazingly. This has a good coverage, not high coverage. It's a buildable coverage as it claims. So I think the claims are pretty good, but the shade range is something that I would think about. But if you have something to match from this 4 shades, it's amazing. If you can work like, bronze up your skin, apply a lot of color to your skin, then this is definitely a yes from my end. So overall, this is a really lightweight formula with buildable coverage and really good for everyday kind of a look. So, and it's reasonable as well, and right now it's at 40% off, which is amazing. The bronzer, the blush, concealer, everything blends out amazingly. As you can see, it just gives you a nice coverage. and it doesn't make your skin cakey or heavy. And even on the sides of my nose, as you can see, this is the toughest area for me to blend out the foundation. And even the smile lines, it doesn't settle into my smile lines. Do mind that, guys, that I have used a primer underneath. This is the Color Bar's Perfect Match Primer, and that's kind of acting along with this to give me this kind of a finish. So overall it is a yes, but the shade range is a no. I hope Lakme comes out with more shades in this foundation because it's really good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this review, guys. That's my thought on this product. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please do like the video, share and subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and I'll see you soon in my next.